Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to you all in a video. Hope y'all are having a very great day. Hope y'all are having a very great week also. My day is going absolutely marvelous. And big shout out to all the channel members, all subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a very unique story coming out of Florida by way of Jacksonville. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Florida, everybody in the great city of Jacksonville. Now, before I start this story, I want to put this disclaimer out right here. It's that I am no way trying to defend anybody that's a criminal. I am no way trying to defend anyone that was in prison for any kind of crime whatsoever. So let's get that understood first, because I don't want nobody saying, well, Trey, on one end you advocate people doing right, on the other end you try to take it for people who done wrong. No, that's not the case. This the case right here. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And as clearly as I break the story down, you all will understand that very shortly. Now, this story was sent to me by my subscribers and also my channel members. And thank you all once again. And big shout out to all of you all. Now, this story right here, it really touched me in a way, because one thing about it, some people fail to remember and fail to realize that when people get sent to prison, men and women, because, you know, people do right, people do wrong in life. That's just the way it goes. And true enough, a lot of us would be in prison ourselves if we would have got caught, or if it wasn't for the grace of God. Let's just be for real. But I'm not here to preach to nobody. Just trying to get some understanding, like Escape said. Now, this story right here shows you also that some people shouldn't even be correctional officers, because from what I heard with this story right here, it's very troubling. And not only is lies being told in this story, because you have certain media sources saying that inmate Craig Ridley, may he rest in peace, also struck a sergeant. But then you also have other news media saying that he basically just said something offensive to the sergeant. So which one is it? But either way it go, even if he did say something, well, he shouldn't have hit nobody. But the thing is, clearly, he probably most likely said something. So the media is also getting the story misconstrued or whatnot. But my thing is this right here. When people get sent to prison, they are sent to prison for the punishment. You know what I'm saying? The punishment is you going to prison. The punishment is not inmates and also guards jumping on you, even though that does happen. But I'm going to say this also, you know, even though some people may not take heed to it, is that don't do anything that will make you wind up in prison. And true enough, things happen. We understand that. But at the same time, try to control your emotions. But at the same time, I'm sure that some of you all I'm talking to right now have family members or friends, or you yourself have been in jail or prison, and you have seen inmates get treated unfairly. That's what this is really all about. But anyway, this incident took place September the 8th, 2017, where inmate Craig Ridley was left paralyzed. Yes, he was left paralyzed, basically left starving in his jail cell floor. And the inmates was begging the guards to do something about this, begging the nurse, and did nobody take heed to Craig Ridley pleas for help or anything. And my thing is this right here, they never said what prison he was in, but I'm going to say this. I'm sure, just like any jail or prison, this place had a warden. So who is the warden? And also, who is the secretary of the Department of Corrections in Florida? Because if anybody should be being talked about or being sued, it should be them. But anyway, we'll break the rest down as I read a snippet from this story. I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story, and I am going to give my opinion, all of it. Surely, as we go, Florida inmate starves to death, unable to reach his food after officers, yes, paralyzed him. All over him saying something. What did he say to the sergeant? Was the sergeant male or female? What the hell did Craig really say? Must cause somebody a big, nasty, funky, you know what. Anyway, now an appalling footage shows an Army veteran prison inmate, an Army veteran, yes, died after suffering a catastrophic injury when corrections officers tackled him to the ground face first. All over him saying something. All this around 1 something in the damn morning. And then they don't have the video of them tackling him or anything, because that just pops off, you know, at the tip of a dime. But it does have video of him already beat up and also handcuffed behind his back, and basically couldn't even move even right then. And then you have a guard, as you all can see the screenshot, I couldn't show the video or whatnot because I don't want to get in trouble. But then you have a guard basically explaining what took place. And this guard is clearly not telling the truth, because if that's the case, tell the whole truth about the situation. Why are certain media sources saying that Craig hit a sergeant, and other media sources saying that he just said something offensive? But even the inmates said that he didn't do nothing but say something offensive. It was 11 inmates. So who word are we going to take? Sure enough, most of you are like, well, I'm not going to take no inmate word. But I'm just saying this. Just think if Craig Ridley was one of your family or your friends. Let's just be for real. We have to take emotions out of the situation. I am not trying to take up for an inmate, but at the same time, he's a person just like we are a person. Let's not forget that also, because Guess what? Like I told you on the beginning of the video, that could have easily been me or you. Come on now. Anyway, now the incident that took place on September the 8th, 2017 left Craig Ridley 62 years old. 62 years old. And you know, these prisons most likely hiring guards around their late 20s, early 30s. Big as hell. Big old country boys and whatnot. And that's a damn shame they had all these prison guards jumping on this man, 62 years old. Anyway, now, Craig Ridley, 62 years old, was left paralyzed on his bunk while prison staff passed by his cell, they say at least 170 times without heeding his cries for help, basically telling him that he was faking the whole damn incident. And also, I seen the video where he was inside of the infirmary, if that was the infirmary, where he was asking one of the sergeants, I don't know if it's the same sergeant that they said he cussed out or did say something offensive to or even hit or whatnot, even though I don't believe he hit the person, but he asked the sergeant to, you know, lift his neck up to make sure his neck was straight. Now, if somebody asks you to make sure their neck is straight, they can't even sit upright, chances are they're paralyzed. But guess what, though? The reason why they didn't take heed, the reason why they didn't do a damn thing, because they know they are liable. No matter what anybody say, you can call any jailhouse or whatever the hell else. If you sit up there and you beat up an inmate and you hurt that man and you paralyze that man, you are liable, because how in the hell did this happen? And damn sure, it shouldn't have happened with him just saying a damn word. Let's just be for real. Now, if Craig really, on the other hand, just so happened to have a knife and trying to attack somebody or kill somebody, yes, you should do anything to neutralize the force. You know what I'm saying? You should do everything in your power to make him stop what he's doing. Even if that does mean going to extreme measures, you have to neutralize the force. But you paralyze a man, you break his back, and you mess up his spinal cord, all because he said a couple things offensive. Let's just be for real. But anyway, this is what Craig Ridley had to say. He says, "My neck is broken," Ridley told the officer who was doing the videotaping. He was basically telling these people that his neck was broken, and they thought this man was playing the whole damn time. And true enough, you do have people trying to make all kinds of excuses in jail, in prison. You do have people trying to sue the jail in prisons for any damn reason. But if you jump on a man's neck, and it's a few of y'all big bastards and all y'all over 200-300 pounds, chances are that man being 62 years old, even if he was 22, well and fit, it don't take much energy to break your neck. Let's just be for real. Chances are this man may be telling the truth, but guess what? They did not give a damn. Anyway, he also says, "I'm paralyzed," he pleaded. Ridley was smashed into the ground by Captain William Gerald after he allegedly muttered something offensive to Sergeant John Nettles, who first hit the prisoner in the face. Now they saying that this sergeant first hit Craig Ridley in the face. So you damn right I'm going to say something back to you if you hit me in the face. But like I told y'all, because some people forget what you said at the beginning of the video. No, I am not making excuses up for the man, but the facts speak for them damn self. Now, why would you have some media and other news sources saying that Craig Ridley hit the sergeant, and then you have other sources saying that he only muttered something after the sergeant hit him in the face? Now, what I want you to do is ask yourself, why would they do that? You know why? That's to paint a picture. So when you read that, oh, he hit somebody, he's in prison for manslaughter, oh, he got what he deserved, when that's really not the case. Now, true enough, he was in prison for manslaughter, but guess what? He's in prison. That's his punishment, is going to prison. The punishment is not the judge sentence him to prison, and then the judge say, well, okay, when you get there, the guard's also going to break your back and break your neck. The judge did not put that in the sentencing, because you cannot do that. So, therefore, when he was sent to prison, that was his punishment. But why would the news media sit up here and make up these different stories trying to paint a different picture? And that's the reason why I take my time and read these stories out, because y'all will go to certain places and you'll see, well, oh, he hit the sergeant, so the sergeant was just defending himself. But then you do a little bit more research, you go to other sources, and then you see that, hell, he was hit first, and then he didn't even hit the sergeant back. He said something to the sergeant even after the sergeant hit him, and he still wind up, guess what, broken up. So you damned if you do and damned if you don't. That's why I say you must stay out of these jails and prisons. And like I said, once again, no, I'm not making no excuses up for nobody. We were talking about what's right and what's wrong. But anyway, let's go over that one more time. Craig Ridley says, "I'm paralyzed," he pleaded. Ridley was smashed into the ground by Captain William Gerald after he allegedly muttered something. He said something offensive to Sergeant John Nettles, who first hit the prisoner in the face. Now, why in the hell would the news say that he hit the damn sergeant when clearly he was the one hit? And even when you see the video, go check out the link that I put in the bottom, you will see that his face was kind of already swollen a little bit. But anyway, in closing, It was September the 12th, 2017, close to 4.5 days later, when a correction officer finally reckoned something was severely wrong and really was brought to a hospital in Jacksonville. He died close to a month later of his injuries. His injuries was that bad. You might be saying, but Trey, what was his injury? We about to go over that right now, and we're going to close. And now in closing, the FDLE's report found really died because of his injuries and of starvation. His fellow inmates and family members told investigators that his death may have been a cover-up. A cover-up from what? That's what we need to find out right there also. But they say that around 450 to 480 inmates in Florida correctional facilities die every year. That's way too many people to be dying every year inside of a down facility, which is supposed to be secure. So why are there 400 some inmates dying every year in these prisons? That's the big question right there. And if I was their family members, I would investigate. But I'm going to leave you all with this right here. They have an old saying, is that trouble is easy to get into, but hard to get out of. So I'm going to tell you this also in closing, like I started the video off. Do not do anything in your power, if you can control it, to wind up in one of these places. Because guess what? Just because you walk in there does not mean you will walk out the same way. Remember that also. And if you have loved ones in jail or in prison, do not give up on them. Continue to pray for them and also check up on them. Anyway, let me know what you think about the story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. So next time, you all stay blessed. And I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.